So we've just finished the first night of the Democratic convention. The Republican convention is coming up soon, and we don't know that much yet about who's gonna be speaking there. But during this show, I saw some breaking news exclusives provided by Breitbart about a few of the speakers who are gonna be at the Republican convention. Cenk, would you like to make a guess or two? What are your guesses as to who? I've got 3 people. 2 go together, 1 doesn't, who are gonna be speaking at this event. They're not the easiest guesses, I'll say that. I rate this as a medium to difficult, but who are some of your guesses as to who could have been the Breitbart exclusive?
Okay, I definitely have not seen it. I have one definitive yes, Diamond and Silk.
I tricked you with that one, the fact that it's a couple. It's not those, it's another couple.
Silk, the minute you said anything about who's speaking at the RNC. But when you said it's like they're paired together, I was like, oh my God, I was right.
Well, no, so Diamond and Silk, I'm sure will be there. The pair that I'm talking about are a different pair that has been in the news over the past 2 to 4 weeks or so. That Republicans would find appealing, considering what's been going on in the country. It's a tough one, I will grant you that. Any couples spring to mind?
Oh my God, Stephen Miller and Kate Miller?
That's funny, but no. Think about couples with particular props in their hands. I wonder if anyone in the chat gets it. This is a tough one.
With props in their hands that you made it look like guns. Is Dana Loesch dating someone that I'm not familiar with?
That is funny, probably, but no.
Okay, so this is Don Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle, but that wouldn't be
funny. No, they'll be there. This is the St. Louis couple who pointed guns at protesters. They're speaking at the RNC. They're only known because they pointed loaded firearms at peaceful protesters. They're speaking at the convention.
No, but it has to be pointed out. They pointed the weapons and freaked out because the peaceful protesters were black.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and they got arrested. Like what they did was illegal. And Trump is like, oh, you did something illegal, but hatefully racist? You're it. How is that a person who speaks at a convention? That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, John, I gotta give it to you. No, you totally surprised me. There's no way I would have guessed that.
Now, there's one other individual. This was the main Breitbart exclusive here. So this is a person from a little bit like a year to 2 years ago that became this big part of the culture war, this conversation about are people being unfairly canceled. Now, this is a person, to give you a few more clues, who we were told, how dare you imply some sort of political, racial thing to him? He's just a young man, why are you being so unfair? He's gonna be speaking at the RNC. Any guesses based on the description I've given you?
Charlie Kirk?
That's fine. No, he'll definitely be there. No, this is a little bit tougher than Charlie Kirk. These are tough ones.
I'm gonna instantly give up given what happened last time.
Sure.
Because it could be like Donald Trump's aunt. Why?
No. These are people
any
who
real
news.
people to show up.
This is a person who was in several days worth of news. So, RNC speaker, Covington Catholic High School student Nick Sandman, who sued CNN and everyone else and totally wasn't having a racial issue with those activists and totally isn't gonna turn this into some sort of Milo-esque political social media career. No, speaking at the RNC, the St. Louis couple and the Covington kid.
Yeah, well, they love the Covington kid and probably the St. Louis couple for similar reasons. Victimology. They love being victims. Oh my God, what the Washington Post did to me. Dude, you should see what the Washington Post did to me. The New York Times, LA Times, CNN, you name it. If I believed in getting rich quick schemes, I would have sued them. But there is no equivalent for progressives. No one, like the established media is like, oh, progressive got screwed. Yes, everybody drink, right?
Well, I can think of one progressive candidate who's been screwed recently by the media over the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, of course. And so that's Alex Morse, by the way, or Shahid Buttar, or fill in the blank, right? Certainly any progressive male candidate that runs. But when you have like the Covington kid, the right wing loses their mind. Oh, poor white kid. Oh, we're the victims. We're the victims. Oh, finally, we're the victims. And so I don't know if it's a religious thing that they can't wait to be victims, but it's hilarious that they then do projection and say, "Oh, all Democrats want to do is be victims." Oh, I love that kid who was the victim. So that's the quality we're going to get at the RNC. I can't wait, John. Thank you for getting me all jazzed about it. And we'll do live coverage of it like we do with the Democratic Convention, and it'll be a blast. It'll be hilarious. So you should check that out. And support us at tyt.com/go so we can have these fun times. All right, we're out of time, but I'm just gonna give you one quick thing here because I promised it to you. And that's Bernie. So real quick summary of it is his main point was we've got to preserve democracy. Totally agree, 100% right. His second point was, look, Joe actually came towards us a little bit towards policy, right? All right, Medicare is not gonna be for all, but at least he's gonna move it down from 65 to 60. He's gonna end private prisons. He's gonna end cash bail. And he threw out a couple of others. I was like, it's a little bit of the way towards us, okay? Yeah. Given that we didn't win, okay, what are we gonna do? But by the way, don't get me wrong. The answer to what are we gonna do is immediately pressure him the minute after he wins, I hope, right? So it doesn't mean that like, oh, I'll just take him at his word that he's gonna end private prisons. No, if you don't push him, he's not gonna end private prisons. Don't be insane. And is it good enough to lower the age of Medicare to 60? No, we're gonna push for Medicare for all no matter what. By the way, here's a preview for you guys. In the next 2 years, Pelosi and Schumer, even if we have the House, the Senate, and the presidency, they will not allow a vote on Medicare for all. Then we're gonna have real trouble. Everybody quoted John Lewis tonight. I'll quote John Lewis. I'll give you some good trouble if you don't have a vote on Medicare for all. Okay, so and right now they are definitely planning not to have one. So don't get me wrong, we're gonna push. And then just finally, he was really the only one talking about policy. Literally,
yeah.
John, did Michelle Obama or any of them mention a single piece of policy other than Bernie?
I mean, she talked about voting rights, which has policy implications.
No, voting
rights true,
essential and wonderful. But it's not really policy. It's the basics. It's hey.
There was a bit about the response to COVID that implied some policies that could have been pursued.
Weak. No, I don't mind those. Don't get me wrong. It's not weak to talk about coronavirus. It's great, and they should, and all that stuff, right? And they should talk about the things that, but it's not real like. And don't get me wrong. Voting rights is like, yes, there is policy attached to it. And it's absolute. I'm telling you, it's essential. I don't know how to make it clearer than essential, but it doesn't go towards what do you do when you're in office and what are you trying to accomplish? If all you're trying to accomplish is to let everyone vote, that's too low a bar. It's essential, but way too low a bar.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.